Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we got a reveal of all of the pirate content coming next week. Now, I would usually hold off and kind of review all this, but I will be back out at sea again during the time that the pirate content is out. It's part of the job, I guess, but as a result, I'm going to go through what we now know about the pirate content because some of it's very exciting, some of it's very terrifying. There's definitely going, I think, to be the possibility of some meta shifts with these new commanders, or at least some new builds that are going to be incredibly fun. So, with all that said, we got this like trailer, and they kind of go over the stuff in the trailer, but there's also a blog going over it. So we're gonna go talk about the blog. I think the only notable thing to take out of the trailer that we don't get covered in the blog is in this midsection right here. We had a couple of stats for the new Pan-European cruiser. It won't be Spanish, but if we look, we get both the traditional fire of the torpedoes, but also it looks like this ship can do single fire torpedoes as well. Additionally, its consumables, it'll have smoke sonar. So it could be a fairly devastating ship overall. I'm interested to see how it goes. It's the skills of the commanders though, but yeah, see, coming here, we have single fire torpedoes coming from it. So that's just the only piece of like new information that I think is worth covering that isn't covered in this blog. So we're gonna go through the blog now. Also, if you go over to Code Redeemer, so legend slash Code Redeemer, and you type in the code black, there is a free, that is the secret code that is given away in the video. So make sure you head over to wirelesslegends.com/code redeemer. Anyways, going into the blog, and the big surprise, the wonderfulness is our very own Sailing Robin is going to be a commander in the game. Or who knows? It's Robin Le Fierce. I don't know. Anyways, he is very interesting because he is going to become a commander whose base trait I think is going to change some things up. I'm most looking forward to putting it on like Friesland and a couple of other builds. He's going to boost your destroyer's HE fire chance by up to 2%, which seems like it could be quite fun. And then his unique skill is going to give you a guaranteed double fire anytime you get a fire basically on your 9th, 8th, 7th, or 6th. So basically on fires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you get a single fire, and then on the 6th, you'll get a double fire, or depending on where you have it upgraded, which seems like it could be very potent and very fun. This kind of gives me Grotmaz vibes elsewhere, though I think now Grotmaz is going to be even more insane because you can boost his fire by 2%. Like I am excited to play around with some weird builds with Robin Le Fierce because I think he's going to enable that. Next up, we get Andrew the Lip. And he's interesting. First, each AP shell shot by your cruiser that hits a target, including non-damaged ones, increase subsequent AP damage to the same target by 0.5% up to 15% total, which is crazy because he is designed around a British heavy cruiser. But what do we know about British light cruisers? One, they fire fairly rapidly, and two, they do little chunk damage, right? So Andrew over here is going to give your Minotaur a 15% total boost to damage. Like, yeah. His unique skill, Hit Them Hard, is going to increase cruiser shell and torpedo damage by up to 15% when observation seaplane is up. It's going to add 1 charge to observation seaplanes and increase cruiser main battery traverse speed by 1.4%. Pretty decent unique skill. If we look at his other skills, we still get fixated. We still get velocious. We still get punch through. Like, there isn't it really won't be too bad of a build here. And I think we have a possibility for a very, very good British light cruiser commander or British AP commander, rivaling Azerling Neptune, if not surpassing. But we will have to wait and see. Then we move on to Marisa La Loca, who is a pan-European cruiser commander. But I so want to use her on some pan-European destroyers, and I'm going to. So she is all about torpedoes, right? You have torpedo speed, torpedo reload. Like, all of this is all about torpedoes, and they apply to both. They will apply to both destroyers and to cruisers. The only thing is her base trait, and this skill will have some mix match where it uses cruiser, where you're kind of taking a hit for taking out a destroyer. But anyways, her base trait is going to reduce your cruiser's torpedo detectability by 120 meters and improve torpedo range by 4%. That's base trait. That's fine. It's this one right here, her unique skill that we see here. Increases cruiser flooding chance by up to 60%. 60. That's like you're not guaranteeing floods, but you are getting some pretty high flood chance. So like pan-European destroyer, which already have pretty good flood chance, are going to have insane flood, like almost guaranteed flooding, and then also increase their damage by a little. This is going to be crazy and insane and wonderful. Okay, so those are the three new commanders. They're three new ships. You have La Perla Azul, which is going to be a tier 7 premium cruiser for the Pan-Europeans. It doesn't look like we're getting it as a Spanish cruiser. This also probably means we are not getting burst fire with it. Instead, we are getting, I guess, our Spanish, what would be the Spanish line over on PC might become our Pan-European line. I always thought it was going to be the Dutch, but hey, we have this now. So I'm interested in the ship just because it's new, unique, supposed to have really good concealment, but that'll be fun. Then we get into La Gloru, which is a tier 5 Gaida, but changed around to where it has an MBRB, and a ton of changes. So main battery range has been increased, main battery reload has been improved, chance of setting fire has been improved. It has reduced detectability overall, reduced HE shell damage, reduced torpedo range, reduced torpedo max damage. Smoke generator has been replaced by a repair party. Sonar and engine boost consumables replaced by their improved versions? ? And then main battery reload booster consumable has been added. So La Gloru seems like it could be a pretty fun ship overall. Then we get into Elephant. And Elephant, like, Hampshire is already one of my favorite, like, tier 7 British heavy cruiser, or like tier 7 cruisers. So we now get what is pretty much just a buffed one. So we get main battery AP shell damage boosted, main battery shell grouping boosted, detectability range by sea reduced. At what's the cost of these things? 3,000 less hit points and 0.2 kilometers less of range, which seems like I will be happily going through and taking that. So those are all of the things we now know about the pirate event. Like I said, I think the builds that you are going to be able to do with some of these commanders are going to be incredibly, incredibly interesting. I look forward to trying them once I am back. After that, though, there's also that treasure code, and make sure you go over, type in black, get it. Beyond that, guys, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.